The silence of deep space was broken only by the soft hum of the human explorer's ship. Captain Marcus sat alone in the cockpit, staring out into the endless darkness. He had been traveling through the outer rim for weeks, mapping asteroid belts and derelict stations. It was supposed to be another routine mission, quiet and uneventful, but fate had other plans. The radar pinged suddenly, showing a faint life signal from a wreck drifting near the edge of a dead star system. Marcus frowned. His instincts told him to ignore it. Many times before, such signals had turned out to be pirate traps or broken machines. But something about this signal was different, faint but steady, as if someone was desperately holding on. Curiosity pushed him forward. As he approached, the broken remains of an alien ship floated before him, its hull torn apart, metal twisted like paper. It was unlike any design he had seen before, elegant yet strange, with glowing lines across its shattered frame. Inside, through the cracked panels, he saw movement. Marcus tightened his grip on the controls. Someone was alive in there. He suited up, grabbed his torch, and moved into the wreck. Every step echoed through the hollow corridors, dust and sparks falling from above. The smell of burning metal and ozone filled the air. And then he saw her. At first, Marcus thought it was a human girl, fragile and young, lying on the floor with torn clothes and bruises. But as his torch lit her face, he realized she was not human. Her skin shimmered faintly like silver under the light. Her eyes glowed a soft violet, and her hair floated as if touched by static. She looked at him with fear and relief at the same time. Her lips trembled. "Please, don't pull my skirt," she whispered, voice broken but clear. Marcus froze, shocked by the words. Why would she say that here, in a wreck in the middle of nowhere? Her hand was clutched at the strange fabric of her clothing, guarding it like a shield. It was not a skirt in the human sense. It was some kind of alien garment, glowing faintly with strange patterns. Her plea carried more than shame or modesty. It carried terror. Marcus knelt beside her, speaking softly. "I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to help." Her violet eyes shimmered with tears. "No, you don't understand. If you lift it, if you reveal it, it will break you." Her voice cracked as if every word cost her strength. Marcus's heart pounded. What was hidden beneath her garment? Why did she beg with such desperation? He looked closer and noticed faint pulses of light moving under the fabric, like veins of fire. This was no ordinary alien clothing. It was something alive, something dangerous. Before he could ask, the ship shuddered. Marcus turned, realizing the wreck was collapsing slowly under the pull of nearby gravity. They had little time. He picked her up carefully, her body weak and trembling. She gasped, but did not resist, clutching his suit as if he was the last hope she had. As they moved through the broken hall, her voice returned, whispering in broken rhythm. "They will come. They will find me. You must not let them. Please, promise me." Marcus felt a cold shiver run through him. Who was they? And why were they chasing this fragile girl? And why did he feel that by helping her, he had just placed all of humanity in danger? Back on his ship, he laid her gently on the medical bed. Machines beeped as they scanned her body, but the readings made no sense. Her biology was unlike anything in human records. Part human, part energy, part weapon. The thought unsettled him. She looked at him again, her eyes pleading. "I begged them to, but they never listened. Don't make the same mistake." Her words cut through the silence like a blade. Marcus stared at her, and for the first time in his career, he felt the weight of a choice he did not understand. The engines roared as the ship pulled away from the wreck. In the distance, sensors blinked, multiple objects entering the system. Marcus knew immediately. They were not friendly. The hunters had arrived, and he was now carrying the very prize they were searching for. The alien girl held his hand weakly, whispering one last time before she fainted. "Don't pull my skirt. Please." Her words echoed in his mind, not as a plea of shame, but as a warning. Something terrible was hidden beneath, and Marcus feared he would soon learn the truth. The hum of the ship's engines echoed through the quiet cabin. Captain Marcus sat near the medical bed, watching the strange girl breathe. Her chest rose weakly, her skin glowing faintly as if light lived beneath her veins. He had rescued survivors before, but never someone like this. This girl was not simply alien. She was something else entirely. Marcus leaned forward, speaking softly. Who are you? What are you running from? Her eyes opened slowly, shimmering violet light spilling out as tears formed again. They will come, she whispered, her voice broken. They never let their weapons escape. Marcus frowned. Weapons, he repeated. Her trembling hands clutched her garment tighter, the same skirt-like layer she begged him not to lift. I was made, not born, she whispered. They made me carry it. The power they fear. The power that breaks anyone who dares to uncover it. Her words shook him more than the threat of alien fleets. Before Marcus could answer, the radar beeped sharply. Multiple signatures approaching fast, long-range scanners confirmed warships. Dark, sharp vessels shaped like blades cutting through the void. The alien girl shivered, her voice cracking. They've found me. Marcus raced to the cockpit. The fleet was enormous, far too large for his small explorer ship. There was no chance of escape unless Earth's patrol fleet picked up his distress call. But if he sent the call, humanity would be dragged into something it did not understand. His hand hovered over the comms. Should he risk Earth or should he surrender her? He turned back to look at her, fragile yet filled with a strange energy. Her words echoed again. Don't pull my skirt. Don't uncover what you cannot bear. The alien fleet sent a transmission. A cold, metallic voice filled the ship. Human vessel, surrender the fugitive immediately. She is property of the Dominion. Refuse, and your world will burn. Marcus felt his stomach twist. Property, they called her property. The girl sat up weakly. If you give me back, they will kill me, and then they will come for you. Her hands shook as she reached for his arm. You don't know what they fear, what they forced inside me. Marcus stared at her, the weight of 1,000 lives pressing on his shoulders. He had always believed humanity was too small to stand against the galaxy. But now, one choice could decide the fate of billions. The alien warships moved closer, their weapons glowing like suns ready to fire. Marcus took a deep breath, his finger hovering over the comms. Then with a firm voice, he replied, She is under the protection of Earth. If you want her, you'll have to go through us. The line went silent for a moment. Then the alien commander laughed, a cruel sound that chilled Marcus to the bone. Very well, human, then your species has chosen death. The transmission ended. The alien girl's eyes widened in shock. You don't understand what you've done, she whispered. But Marcus's gaze hardened. No, he said, his voice steady. For the first time, I think I do. The alarms blared as enemy ships closed in, missiles armed, plasma cannons charged. Marcus knew his tiny vessel stood no chance. But humanity was no longer blind. Earth had hidden strength, fleets waiting in the shadows, and this fragile girl might be the key to unleashing it. She grabbed his hand one last time before the first shots were fired, her voice a whisper of fear and truth. If you pull the secret inside me, you will break, human. But maybe humanity will rise. The stars outside lit up with fire. The battle for Earth's future had begun. The first volley shook the ship. Marcus gripped the controls tightly, alarms flashing red as enemy fire grazed the hull. The alien fleet outnumbered him 100 to 1, yet he did not run. Deep inside, he knew Earth would soon hear the echoes of this choice. He sent a coded distress call towards Saul. It was short, encrypted, a single message that could not be ignored. Contact made, hostile fleet engaged, preparing to fight. Humanity is no longer alone. The alien girl lay weak in the medbay, her violet eyes flickering open. Through the ship's cameras, she saw the Dominion fleet approaching like a storm of blades. Fear filled her face, but more than fear, there was guilt. I told you. If they find me, they will declare war on your people, she whispered. Her voice was filled with despair. Marcus returned to her side. War was coming whether we wanted it or not, he said, his tone sharp but steady. Better we face it on our feet than on our knees. She looked at him with sorrow. You don't understand. They will not stop. They will burn your planets, erase your children. They see you as nothing but dust. Her hands shook as she reached for his arm. They made me a weapon for this very purpose, to end worlds, to erase hope. If you uncover what I carry, you will see why even I fear myself. Marcus stared at her, his heart pounding. Every instinct told him to be cautious, but another voice inside demanded defiance. Humanity had been underestimated for centuries by the stars. Now maybe this girl's secret could be the spark they needed. The comms lit up again. A voice from Earth's Defense Command filled the channel. Captain Marcus, we received your signal. Reinforcements en route. Hold position. Do not surrender the asset. The words asset cut Marcus deeply. Already his people saw her not as a girl, but as a tool. The alien girl turned away, silent tears rolling down her cheeks. She had escaped her own masters only to become a weapon for another. Marcus clenched his fists, anger burning in his chest. He swore to himself that he would not let her suffer the same fate twice. Outside, the void lit up with fire. Human warships emerged from the shadows of the asteroid belt, sleek destroyers, massive carriers, and the flagship Tiberius, a ship older than Marcus himself. The Terran fleet had arrived, their guns glowing with fury. The Dominion ships shifted formation, preparing for all-out war. But before the battle began, a voice boomed across every channel. The Dominion commander himself, his tone dripping with disdain. Humans, you dare stand in our way. Hand over what belongs to us, or watch your homeworld burn. Silence filled the bridge. Marcus glanced at the girl, her head bowed, trembling. Her whispers came again, broken and soft. If you fight for me, you will never know peace again. But if you give me up, you will lose more than peace. You will lose your soul. The human fleet commander, Admiral Reyes, spoke firmly. We do not hand over those who seek our protection. If you want her, come and take her. The order was final. The line was drawn. The alien girl gasped, her eyes widening with both fear and awe. Humanity had chosen. The Dominion fleet unleashed hell. Beams of plasma cut through the void. Missiles tore apart the black silence. Terran ships answered with railgun fire and torpedoes. The stars themselves seemed to scream. Marcus felt every blast shake his ship. Every strike echo in his bones. Through it all, the alien girl whispered to herself. Why? Why do they fight for me? Don't they see I will destroy them? Her words carried both sorrow and dread. She knew the secret she carried could turn victory into ruin. And Marcus, though unbroken, feared that soon he would be forced to lift the veil she begged him not to touch. The battle raged, but it was only the beginning. For the true danger was not the Dominion fleet, it was the secret hidden beneath her skirt, a secret that could either save humanity or shatter it forever. The void outside was no longer silent. It roared with fire and light as the Dominion fleet clashed with the Terran ships. The first battle of humanity's true war among the stars had begun. Captain Marcus felt his ship tremble with every impact, each blast like thunder in the heart of the galaxy. Admiral Reyes commanded from the flagship Tiberius, his voice sharp. All ships, hold formation, show them that Earth is not prey. Railguns fired, kinetic slugs ripped across the void, tearing through Dominion frigates. The humans fought like cornered wolves, ferocious and unyielding, but the enemy was overwhelming. Their ships were larger, more advanced, glowing with cruel energy. One Terran destroyer exploded in silence, its fireball blooming like a star. The human fleet pressed on, refusing to break. In the medbay, the alien girl sat up, trembling as she watched the battle feed. Her violet eyes glowed brighter, reflecting every flash of destruction. They fight for me, she whispered, voice shaking. They fight and they don't even know what I am. She clutched her garment tightly as if holding back the universe itself. Marcus returned to her side between volleys. You warned us, but we will not run. We will not hand you over. She stared at him, tears burning her silver skin. You don't understand. I am the blade they forged for war. If you pull away what I hide, you will cut yourself deeper than you can survive. Outside, the Dominion flagship charged its main weapon, a lance of burning plasma, bright as a sun. It aimed straight at the Tiberius, Earth's pride and shield. Admiral Reyes barked orders. All ships, intercept fire, defend the flagship at all costs. Terran cruisers moved into position, sacrificing themselves. The plasma beam ripped through them like paper, splitting one vessel in half. Marcus's hands shook on the controls, rage boiling inside him. Was this the strength of humanity to fight bravely only to be erased? The alien girl's voice grew louder, her body glowing brighter. No, it cannot end like this. Not again. Marcus turned, fear cutting through him. What are you doing? He demanded, her violet eyes locked on him. They broke me. They made me into this, but if I don't act, your kind will fall like mine did. Her garment pulsed, the patterns glowing like fire. Energy crackled across her skin. Marcus realized in horror that she was about to unleash the power she had begged him to keep hidden. Stop, he shouted. It will kill you. But she only whispered, better me than all of you. The ship shook violently as the Dominion beam fired. At the last moment, a burst of blinding light erupted from the girl's body. The beam shattered, breaking apart into harmless streams. Every screen went white, every sensor overloaded. For a moment, the battlefield froze. When the light cleared, half the Dominion fleet floated in ruin. Their ships cracked, their weapons dead. The Terran soldiers watched in disbelief, their enemies scattered like dust. A cheer rose across the human channels, but Marcus did not cheer. He looked at the girl. She lay collapsed on the medbed, pale and trembling, her violet glow fading. She whispered weakly, I told you, don't pull it away. Don't uncover me. It breaks everything. Marcus felt his heart twist. He had seen bravery, sacrifice, war. But this girl carried pain deeper than all of them combined, and now, because humanity chose to protect her, they had forced her to reveal what she truly was. Admiral Reyes's voice thundered across the comms. Victory is ours, but this is only the B. And beginning, humanity has shown its strength and the galaxy will take notice. The fleet cheered, their spirits lifted, but Marcus sat in silence, staring at the young, broken girl who had saved them all, for he knew what the others could not see. This was not victory, it was the opening wound of a war. Humanity might not survive. The girl's final whisper before she fainted cut into him like a blade. They will come again, stronger. And if you force me to open the secret once more, it will break you too. The stars outside burned with victory, but inside Marcus's heart, there was only dread. The battlefield was silent after the storm. Wreckage of Dominion warships drifted like shattered bones across the void. The Terran fleet floated in uneasy victory, their guns still hot, their crews still breathless. But inside Marcus's ship, the silence was heavier than the ruins outside. The alien girl lay weak on the medbed, her silver skin pale, her violet glow fading. Marcus leaned close, fear pressing into his chest. You saved us. But at what cost? He whispered. Her lips trembled, her voice thin as a dying flame. I warned you. Don't pull it away. Don't force what I hide. It kills me every time. Her words struck him like a blade. This power was not a gift, it was a curse. She was not simply a survivor. She was a living weapon, built to break fleets, but at the cost of her own life. And now humanity had bound itself to her fate. Across the comms, Admiral Reyes's voice thundered. The Dominion has tasted our strength, and they will know fear. Humanity will no longer bow. We are the storm now. The crews cheered, the fleet roared with pride, but Marcus did not cheer. He looked at the girl and saw the truth no one else wanted to face. Their victory was not born from human strength. It was stolen from her suffering. The alien girl stirred, her eyes opening again, faint light spilling across her cheeks. They will not stop, she whispered. You destroyed their fleet, and now the Dominion will unleash their entire armada. They will burn your worlds to ash. Marcus felt the weight of her words. He had known war, but never war like this. As the fleet gathered survivors and repaired their ships, a transmission arrived. It was not from the Dominion, it was from the Galactic Council. Dozens of alien species filled the screen, their faces grim and cold. Their leader spoke, his voice filled with warning. Humans, you have made a grave mistake. The girl you shelter is not a refugee. She is a forbidden weapon created to end civilizations. Hand her over to us, or your kind will be branded as a threat to all life. The room fell silent. Marcus's stomach twisted. Not just one empire, not just the Dominion, now the entire galaxy had turned its gaze on humanity. The girl's eyes widened with terror. No, not them too. Please, Don't let them take me. They will use me again. They will make me burn entire stars. Marcus clenched his fists, torn between duty and conscience. Earth needed allies. Humanity was small compared to the galaxy, but giving her away felt like handing over their own soul. He looked at her trembling form, weak and broken yet begging for mercy. For the first time, Marcus understood that this war was not just about survival, it was about who humanity chose to become. The fleet's officers debated fiercely. Some shouted for surrender, to hand her over and save Earth. Others demanded they keep her, use her, turn her power into the edge that could protect their world. The voices clashed like fire and steel, but Marcus stood in silence, his heart burning. He alone had seen the pain in her violet eyes. He alone knew she was not a weapon, but a girl who had been broken. Suddenly, alarms blared across the fleet. A new wave of Dominion ships had entered the system, larger, deadlier, endless. The stars filled with war once more, and Marcus realized the time for debate had ended. They had no choice but to fight. The alien girl's body shook violently, light crackling from her veins. Her whispers turned into cries. "No, not again. You'll make me destroy them all." Marcus grabbed her hand, his voice sharp. "You're not alone anymore. If humanity stands, it will not be on your broken back, it will be on ours." But deep inside, he knew the truth. Without her power, they might not survive the next strike. And if she unleashed it again, she might never live to see another sunrise. The stars outside burned as the Dominion Armada prepared to fire. The Terran fleet braced for the storm, and Marcus faced the hardest choice of his life, to protect the girl or to force her to awaken her true power once more. The Dominion Armada descended like a storm of shadows. Their ships blotted out the stars, weapons glowing with merciless light. The Terran fleet held the line, but every shot they fired was met with 10 in return. Destroyers cracked, cruisers burned, carriers fell silent. Humanity was bleeding across the void. Captain Marcus gritted his teeth as alarms screamed through his ship, hull integrity falling, oxygen leaking, power flickering. He had seen battles before, but never a slaughter like this. Still, he refused to break. For every Terran ship that fell, another fought harder. Humanity was proving what the galaxy never believed, that even shattered they would stand. The alien girl lay on the medbed, trembling violently, her body glowing like a dying star. She felt every blast, every death, her pulse tied to the chaos outside. Her eyes opened wide, tears burning her silver cheeks. "Stop. Please stop. You'll force me again," she begged. Marcus grabbed her hand, his voice sharp and steady. "No one will force you, not while I breathe." But deep inside, he feared the truth. Without her power, the fleet would collapse. With it, she would break, and either path led to ruin. A new transmission cut through the battle. The Galactic Council's voice filled every channel, cold and merciless. "Humans, this is your last warning. Surrender the weapon or face extermination. Your war is not against one empire, but against all." On the flagship Tiberius, Admiral Reyes stood tall, blood dripping from a cut across his brow. He answered without hesitation, "We will never bow. Earth stands for its own, and for those who seek our protection." The fleet roared in agreement, even as more ships burned. But Marcus's stomach twisted, for their defiance was not just brave, it was suicide. The Dominion Armada unleashed its full fury. Hundreds of beams tore through the void, slamming into Terran shields. One by one, the proud defenders of Earth fell into silence. The Valiant, the Orion, the Horizon, their names etched forever into fire and ruin. Marcus's ship shuddered as a plasma bolt struck its side. Sparks rained across the cockpit. Smoke filled the air. He coughed, forcing the controls back online. Through the flames, he saw the girl standing, her body glowing brighter than ever, her garment pulsing with impossible energy. "No more," she whispered, her voice trembling with both sorrow and rage. Marcus rushed to her side. "You can't. It will kill you." Her eyes locked on his, violet fire burning within. "If I don't, you all die. I was made for this. I was made to be the end." Before he could stop her, the med bay erupted in light. Energy surged through the walls, the floor, the very air. Marcus shielded his eyes, but the glow pierced everything. The girl screamed, her body convulsing as the hidden power tore itself free. Outside, the Dominion fleet froze, sensors overloaded, engines failed, weapons went dark. One by one, their ships cracked, split, and shattered. The galaxy's most feared armada crumbled under the weight of her unleashed truth. But inside Marcus's ship, the scene was not victory. The girl collapsed, her body limp, her glow fading to almost nothing. Marcus caught her before she hit the floor, his heart breaking. She whispered with the loss of her strength. "I told you, don't pull it away, don't uncover me. It breaks everything, even me." Marcus held her trembling form, rage and sorrow burning in his chest. Outside, the Terran fleet cheered weakly, their voices filled with disbelief. Humanity had survived the storm, but at a cost too heavy to bear. Admiral Reyes's voice echoed across the channel. "Today, Earth stands victorious. But know this, today, the galaxy has seen us, and they will come. Every empire, every council, every fleet, they will come." Marcus looked at the broken girl in his arms. For all their cheers, he knew the truth. This was not victory, it was the beginning of humanity's greatest trial. The galaxy would now see Earth not as prey, but as a threat. And the weapon they sought was no longer hidden. The stars burned with silence. Humanity had stood, humanity had survived. But the galaxy was now marching toward them, and Marcus whispered into the void, his voice heavy with dread. "This war has only just begun." The battlefield was quiet. Dominion wreckage floated in endless silence. Terran ships burned but still clung to life. For the first time in history, humanity had faced the galaxy's strongest fleet and survived. Yet no one cheered now, every soldier felt it. This was not the end, but the shadow of something greater. Marcus carried the alien girl gently, her body weak, her silver skin dim, her violet eyes barely opened, her voice a faint whisper. They will come again, not just the Dominion, all of them. Every council, every empire, every race that fears what I am. Marcus's chest tightened. She was right. Their victory was also their sentence. A message arrived, broadcast across every human channel, the Galactic Council's decree. Humanity is hereby declared a galactic threat. Any who ally with them shall face annihilation. Their protection of the forbidden weapon will not be tolerated. The faces of countless alien leaders glared down with cold judgment. Marcus's crew sat in silence, the weight of the galaxy pressing on them all. The girl trembled. "They will never stop. I carry their sin, their secret, the thing they fear most." Marcus knelt beside her. "Then tell me the truth. What is it? What did they put inside you?" Her violet eyes glowed faintly as she spoke. "They call it the heart of oblivion. A living core that can erase entire suns. They forced it into me, wrapped it beneath my body, hidden under what you call a skirt. I begged them not to. I begged them to let me die. But they wanted a weapon, not a child." Her tears fell, silver droplets against her pale skin. "And now, if you lift it fully, if you uncover all of me, you will hold the power to end the galaxy itself." The room froze with her words. Marcus's crew stared in shock. Humanity now stood at a crossroads. They could claim a weapon that could break empires, or they could protect the girl and reject it. One path promised survival through terror, the other promised honor but certain war. Admiral Reyes's voice came through the comms, sharp and unyielding. "Marcus, listen to me. If what she says is true, then humanity cannot afford to hide from it. Bring her to Earth. We will decide as one people how to use this weapon." Marcus felt rage burn in his chest. They were already calling her a weapon, not a person. The same mistake her makers made, the same chain she tried to escape. He looked into her trembling violet eyes, saw not a weapon but a broken soul. And in that moment he knew the truth. Humanity's strength had never been its weapons. It had always been its defiance, its spirit, its refusal to bow. The Dominion wreckage drifted. The Council's decree thundered. The galaxy marched closer with every heartbeat. Marcus stood, his voice firm. "No, we will not be monsters, not even to survive. Humanity will fight with its own hands, its own ships, its own heart. We will not break you again." The alien girl gasped, her eyes wide with disbelief. "EF, no one has ever said that to me. No one has ever chosen me over the power I carry." Tears glimmered in her eyes as she whispered, "Then maybe humanity is different. The Terran fleet, battered but alive, began its slow return toward Earth. But every soul aboard knew the truth. The war was only beginning. The galaxy would come, empires united, their guns aimed at humanity, and Earth would stand alone. Marcus looked out into the stars, the girl resting weakly in his arms. His voice echoed like a promise. Let them come, we are human, and we will show them why even the galaxy should fear us. The stars burned brighter, the silence of space carried the weight of his vow. Humanity had chosen its path, not as monsters, not as slaves, not as weapons, but as humans, standing unbroken before the galaxy. And in the shadows of that choice, the girl's faint whisper carried across the void. They will regret ever trying to pull my skirt.